The Somerville Bears return to Thorstead Field for the second time this season, and will they move on to a 3-1 record, or will the Big Valley Christian Lions take them down for the first time in their playing history? These questions are answered tonight as Somerville Bears football is on NorCal Sports TV. Somerville Bears football returns, and welcome to the Edward Jones pregame report. Investing is not just about creating wealth, it's about making your money work for you so you can live your life on your terms. Find your local Edward Jones advisor at edwardjones.com. Jeremy Hurtado is with me today. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and the Somerville Bears last week took down the Waterford Wildcats in Waterford with a hefty score of 56-14. And now this week playing the Big Valley Christian Lions, in which Big Valley had a chance to play Waterford, the common opponent. And, well, that game went into overtime, in which Waterford was able to have a score of 20-14, defeating the Lions. And now how is that going to come into play today, as that common opponent seems that Somerville is a heavy favorite?
Yeah, it does. And it's one of those things where Somerville gets a chance to come back out here on their home field, where last time they tasted defeat for the first time in the season against Dos Palos. They only have 4 home games this year, so one of those things where they got to kind of, protect the house, as you say. I think Somerville's going to come out here with a little chip on their shoulder tonight and try and end this thing early against Big Valley Christian.
That loss against Dos Palos was pretty sad and devastating to the team, the coaches, and the fans who are actually able to show up for once at the field instead of having to travel a distant way. And you mentioned the 4 games that Somerville gets to play at home, this being the second, but then also they picked a late game up in the season right before the week against Sonora, in which they'll play here at home against Millennium, a future MLL team.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of a preview in the non-league games of future MLL League opponents you got tonight against Big Valley Christian. And then, like you said, they kind of wrap up the non-league schedule the last week before Sonora against Millennium. In both games, Somerville should be favored in heavily. Millennium has a smaller team, and they're playing in the a smaller division this year, moving up to the MLL just for football, and then staying down there for everything else next year. So, it's going to kind of get the Mudload League a chance to see those Millennium Falcons and some of these other teams that are joining them. Riverbank and Linden also coming back into the Mudload League next year. So, like I said, it's a preview of the future, but tonight, Big Valley Christian, big uphill battle against the Bears.
We'll dive deeper into the teams heading into this matchup today, right after this, for more of the Edward Jones pregame show.
Hello Bears fans! Black Oak Casino Resort is very proud to help bring you tonight's live streaming of the Somerville Bears football game. If you haven't been to Black Oak Casino Resort recently, now is the time to come by and check us out. Whether you enjoy the entertainment at Willow Creek Lounge, the 5-star RV park, the beautiful Black Oak Hotel and Conference Center, the bowling alley and family fun center, all the games our casino offers, or the fine dining at Seven Sisters Restaurant, it's all there waiting for you. Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Lupo. It's a name synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County and has been for more than 30 years. The latest member of the Lupo family to join the Tuolumne County real estate family is Leanne Lupo at Keller Williams Agency. Leanne is a Tuolumne County native and knows how special the place we call home is. A hard worker who truly cares about her clients. Leanne is a special talent. And Leanne is a Somerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter, so give her a call and see what she can do to help you. If you see her around town, please thank her for helping to make tonight's live stream possible.
It's the Edward Jones pregame show on NorCal Sports TV as the Somerville Bears get set to play against the Big Valley Christian Lions. He's Jeremy Hurtado. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. And now let's look at the rushing rapids that's been the Somerville Bears offense through the last two seasons. Now last year, we had the glorified quarterback in Braylon Leveros and then the actual running back in Kai Elkins. Now these two were two of the biggest rushing players in probably the state, honestly, when you really deep dive into the numbers. But through the first three games, they played against the same teams that this current year has played against: Gustine, Dos Palos, and Waterford. Now, in those games, Braylon Leveros was the leading rusher with 457 total yards. Kai Elkins was number 2, and by a lot as well. The slots between 2 and 3 unmatched. But Kai Elkins had 230 yards and making it a total for 687 rushing yards just for those two players alone. But you look at this season, Gustine, Dos Palos, Waterford, Austin Hike doing some big numbers, 303. Tristan Barajas behind him, 196 for a total of 499 yards. Look at the numbers a little closer. The rushing attempts, way more for Braylon Leveros and Kai Elkins, but then the average yards per run favors Hike and Barajas.
Absolutely, and last year it was kind of a two-headed monster like you talked about with Braylon Leveros and Elkins run the football mostly for Somerville, where this year, Hike and Barajas have done a lot of work, but there's also been a lot of other guys that have got carries. They've contributed because the score's kind of been out of hand a couple games, and it's kind of allowed Somerville to be, I think, establish a little more depth. You got Cash that's got to run the football a little bit.
Cash has 160 rushing yards on the season,
right?
But we wanted to go 2v2 just to give some solid numbers.
Right, so I'm just saying that kind of takes care of some of those number carries away, so you look and you're like, okay, the carries is not the same, but the thing you hit on is the yards per attempt, and that's 12.8, so that's higher than last year's average. So, I mean, that's trending in the right direction for the Bears if you're looking at as far as that goes.
Yeah, Colton Cash is another one. They had 9 ball carriers in the last game against Waterford. They had 7 the first week against Gustine, but they only had 4 in the game against Dos Palos, in which, of course, you want your main ball carriers to get those touches when it's such a close game. But
absolutely. When in those closer games, you know who the main 4 guys are going to be. But like I said, in those games that are kind of spread out and stretched out a little bit, you get a chance to get a little bit more depth established, more guys touching the football.
Edward Jones pregame show returns in just a moment here on NorCal Sports TV.
Hello Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Levitt United Insurance Services offers quality insurance coverage, a high level of professional service, and a long-term relationship. They have several locations throughout California to serve your needs, including Elk Grove, Lodi, Napa, Roseville, Sonora, Walnut Creek, and Minden, Nevada. As independent agents, they'll research rates and coverage from top insurance companies to find the best insurance rates and insurance plans for you. They do the shopping and comparing, so you can save time and money. Hello, Bear fans! Boyer Construction is proud to help bring you tonight's broadcast of Somerville Bears football. For over 30 years, they've proudly served our communities with an uncompromising commitment to quality, integrity, and client satisfaction. They are meticulous and still believe in the value of handshakes. And they ensure that you get the experience you deserve. Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Chicken Ranch Casino is a proud sponsor of the Somerville Bears Quarterback Club, and they support Somerville High student athletes. By working together, Chicken Ranch Casino believes we can all help elevate each and every student athlete's game, both on the field and in the classroom.
Edward Jones pregame show on NorCal Sports TV. Somerville Bears, Big Valley Christian Lions, and the captains just met at midfield. Jeremy, what do you have for us?
Yeah, so we talked about both teams on the field tonight. We also need to shout out to the referees involved in tonight's game: Dominic Mullins, Jerron Glover, Nick Wetter, Isaac Rodriguez, and Kyle Coveto, also out there putting in time tonight in the stripes for us to be able to have a football game here tonight at Dorset Field.
National anthem coming up here in just a moment as the Edward Jones pregame show about to conclude. Thanks for staying with us. Stay with us for more.
I'd like you to notice the men at the far right of the field. They've been selected by the football players as someone very special in their lives, and they've been asked to come out and participate with tonight's activity. We would like to take a moment to remember the tragedy that disrupted the security and safety of our country, and also remember those individuals that affected so deeply. On September 10th, 2001, 246 people went to sleep in preparation for their morning flight. 2,606 people went to sleep in preparation for work in the morning. 343 firefighters went to sleep in preparation for their morning shift. 60 police officers went to sleep in preparation for morning patrol. 8 paramedics went to sleep in preparation for their morning shift. None of them saw past 10 a.m. on September 11th, 2001, when the Twin Towers went to the ground. Please take a moment of silence in remembrance of the fallen. In one single moment, life may never be the same. As you live and enjoy the breaths you take today and tonight before you go to sleep in preparation for your life tomorrow, kiss the ones you love, snuggle a little tighter, and never take 1 second of your life for granted. Let's always remember our servicemen and women who sacrificed their lives to keep us safe, and remember those who have fallen. If everyone would please stand, remove your caps, and join us in celebrating this great country by acknowledging our national anthem. I would like to also acknowledge one of our attending
Somerville Bears, Big Valley Christian Lions coming up in just a moment. Stay tuned for the game.
Big Valley won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so Somerville will be getting the football first.
Big Valley Christian, not a lot of players on the roster. We're going to see how that affects them as well. In the game against Waterford, we definitely could tell in the second half how the lack of players on the roster, how that affected the team in general and how it just continued on.
Yeah, it did. I mean, Big Valley only has 20 guys on the roster, 25 guys on the roster, actually. So it's going to be a test of endurance. However, this is week 3. So you've done that for a little bit. You kind of got through playing a full football game. I think that shouldn't cause as much as it would, say, earlier in the season as far as fatigue and that kind of stuff. It's going to be interesting. Big Valley Christian, I kind of thought they might want to get the ball first to kind of slow things down and control the line of scrimmage with their game, but they're confident. They want to kick the football up off to the high-power Somerville offense and see if they can get a stop early and kind of get momentum. I think that's what Big Valley Christian has to do is if you're going to come in here and kind of pull the upset, right? I mean, it's high school football. Anything can happen. But honestly, it's going to be an upset if Big Valley Christian can come up here and win the game. You're going to have to steal some possessions, kind of like Somerville did last week against Waterford. You might look for some onside kicks, some kind of special things there, trick plays, and you got to get some turnovers. Okay, if you can get turnovers and turn those into points on the offensive side, I mean, who knows? You get up a couple scores, and then all of a sudden things kind of shift, and we've talked about it before. Somerville not a high-flying pass offense, so if you can get ahead of them and force them to play from behind, that's kind of the recipe to beat the Bears, in my opinion.
Tristan Barajas, Austin Hike set to receive the kick, standing at the 15. And last week they started with a kick return, as here we have a flag early before the ball was touched.
Yep, and they went for the onside kick right off the bat, almost like I was in the huddle, huh? But unfortunately for Big Valley Christian, they were offsides. So they got to try and do it again, and now you lose the element of surprise, and then you back 5 yards as well. So it's one of those things where, yeah, you can see the Bears, their front line's all huddled up. Hey, you watch the ball. We know what's coming. So now I'd expect some kind of squib kick if I was Big Valley Christian. What I would not do if I was them is kick it to those guys in the back row.
That's
okay. Keep it away from those two guys. As long as somebody else gets the ball in their hands, I think that's a win on the play for the kickoff team here. We'll see how they decide to attack it, though.
And the coaches tell me enough stuff about the team, but they're not going to tell me anything that I can't say on the air. And Coach Wood said, yeah, we just want to pound it early. We want to do what we did against Waterford and what we've done before. And last week against Waterford, Austin Hike, he fumbled a kickoff catch and then returned it for 90 yards. This time it's going to be Tristan Barajas who gets over the 40, and they're going to mark him down at the 42.
Yeah, and he might have lost the ball there at the end. I think he got back on it. So that's one of those things that was a good kick, got to the sideline, settled down, forced Barajas to pick it up, and he did a good job of getting inside, getting to his people, and he lost the football. Luckily, Somerville jumps on it. That's one of those things we said. Don't turn the football over if you're Somerville. Key to the game. Just protect the ball and do what you do on offense. Use the track speed.
And I have that as one of my keys to the game, too. It's just no turnovers. They had 2 last week against Waterford, and one of them was right at the beginning of the second half as Tristan Barajas here trying to use his shiftiness, spinning around multiple defenders. He does gain 4 yards, and it's going to set up maybe about 2nd and 6.
Yeah, good job there by Jackson Howell to come up from his linebacker position right here and meet him head up and grab and wrap and bring him to the ground for the Lions. But like you said, he picked up 5 on the play, and so it makes it nice yardage for Somerville.
Here is Austin Hike, hits the line, bounces off down the left side. Lions are meeting him there. Inside the 35 he goes, and the Somerville Bears attacking early.
Yeah, and that time a missed tackle at the line of scrimmage by one of the Lions causes, right there, you see it, boom, wipes out another player, and then he goes down to the sideline, and luckily for Big Valley, Nicholas Toledo was able to run him down. But that's what you can't do if you're Big Valley. You got to make the first contact and hang on and let your boys rally to the ball.
Somerville offense moving fast, but it looks like we have a possible offsides.
Yep, defensive lineman down there, Brady got a little excited and jumped the snap. And, again, that's going to be Somerville a 1st and 5. So right now, first 4 plays, Somerville offense doing exactly, what they want to do.
Lined up quick again. Brody Peters is off the right side. Barajas swoops around. Leveros takes the handoff. He has a big hole. He's hit at the 20 and taken down inside the red zone. Somerville moves the chains again.
Yep, nice run there again by the Bears. Nicholas Toledo again with the tackle for Big Valley Christian. But you see big guys out in front. 54 for Somerville. Out there leading the way, Trenton Stone. Pulling around and getting up in the hole, no one to hit. So got to find someone to get some work if you're an offensive lineman.
And I think Toledo's going to be the biggest part in this game as Austin Hike gets swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Somerville. But Nicholas Toledo, the way he wraps up the players that are running at him, because Tristan Barajas, Austin Hike, they're very shifty. They can break tackles easier. But Toledo, he's holding on to him high. He's making sure that the legs are going to get wrapped up down low and take down the player. And that runs us into our Big Valley Christian defensive key to the game is even if you allow yards, you have to make tackles. You have to force Somerville to run more plays and not just get down the field and score.
No, absolutely. Like we talked about earlier, making the play, make the tackle. That time they did a good job of corralling them to a 2-yard gain there by the Big Valley Christian defense. This brings up a 3rd and long as you see the replay here on the quick pitch to Barajas. You got 4 or 5 guys there on the tackle for Big Valley Christian, and that's the key. Got to get guys of the ball and stop the Somerville Bears.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of surprised Somerville didn't come out passing, really. I know they want to get the score up early, but I think they need to use their options and focus on that a little more. This one tipped out of the play halfway through, incomplete to the intended target of Austin Hike.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 came out, a little play-action pass there, and this time Leveros' pass is tipped by the defensive end. I can't get the number. It might have been 54. 53, something like that. Luke Nelson possibly for Big Valley Christian. Regardless, good job of getting out there, making the play, and now Somerville lining up for a long field goal attempt. And if this is what you do, if your Big Valley holds them to a field goal attempt, even if he makes it, that's a win for Big Valley on the opening drive.
And this is booming Bigfoot Bryson Benitez' first field goal attempt of the season. Everything else has been extra points. Snap, hold, kick, and this one goes wide left. So 0 for 1 on the season for Bryson Benitez. And the ball moves over to Big Valley Christian, exactly what they needed to do to stay in this game early.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge momentum shift there for Big Valley Christian. Somerville was moving the ball down the field almost at ease. A couple of negative plays, all of a sudden a field goal attempt that goes wide left from 37 yards, and you're still 0-0, 9:26 left to go. Big Valley Christian gets the ball here, first opening possession of the game for them. And when you see them on offense, don't be shocked. It's kind of similar to Somerville's offense. They have the same type of formations. They like that toss pass or toss sweep as well. So we'll see what they do. And then we got a flag or a stoppage of play or something.
Officials have to check the placement of the ball.
Ball rolled away a yard.
And move it back. And looking at this for the Somerville defense, I said their key to the game is don't allow touchdowns. Make sure the ball does not find the end zone, and no plays over 15 yards either. Big Valley Christian, their rushing long on the season is only 18 yards. And it's a big gain for a rush, but Somerville's defense needs to keep them below that, and then it's the passing game that I'm slightly worried about. They've done good against passing teams, and they've done bad against passing teams. So make sure they don't get any plays over 15 yards no matter what it is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's what you look for on the defensive side. And Big Valley Christian offensively have 3 games and still haven't got to 100 total plays on offense. So that's kind of concerning if you look for the stats. They have a spread out attack on offense and defense. They've run the ball for about the same as they've passed the football for. And they kind of spread out the carries too, so there's not one main guy. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go here for Big Valley.
Stevens takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and the hole collapses at the line, and they'll gain 1 to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, and that's the running back, Cade Terrazzo. He is the main running back for Big Valley Christian. Comes in with 25 carries on this season, 82 yards. But again, like I said, they spread it out. They got 6 different guys that have ran the football for the Lions.
Stevens with Turzo to his left. Man in motion. High snap into the end zone. Plenty of Bears are there, and they will take the safety. 2 points for Somerville, and they get the ball on a punt.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of those things where it's probably the best decision the quarterback, Logan Stevens, could have made. The ball went about 5 yards over his head, rolled into the end zone. You just see here on the replay. Snapped it to midnight. And then you just fall on it in the end zone. Instead of giving up a touchdown, you give up 2 points. You live to punt the ball away and play defense. So you got that great 2-0 score to start the game.
It'd be okay if it ended this way.
In honor of baseball season, we got the 2-0 Somerville lead over Big Valley.
Looking at Big Valley Christian, we didn't get to see much of their offense there just because of the bad snap. One play, it wasn't like a complete series that led to that, but it was that one play that dropped them down. They have 2 quarterbacks on the team, and they don't really have a number 1 option in any position, which you kind of mentioned there is a main running back, but they have so many different rushers. They have 2 different quarterbacks and 1 receiver almost, but when you look at all the stats, it's just so spread out that you can't say this is our star running back, this is our star quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes that hurts if you're going to be playing a team and the defense coordinator, you're like, okay, normally you look at the film and you watch it and you go, okay, we got to stop X, Y, Z, right? We got to stop this guy. He's the guy that makes the things happen for this team. When you don't have that and it's more of a balanced attack, it makes it harder for a defensive coordinator to say, okay, we're going to try and take away this player, that player, or this, because there's just spread out all over the place. So, like I said, it could be an advantage for you. We'll see how their offensive can do. And on a free kick, you have the option to kick it off a tee or a punt. NFL, college, you usually punt it because you can get the 9-10 second hang time. Okay, and so Coach Woods down there getting in the action, getting hit by one of the Big Valley defenders. Now Somerville has the option. They don't have to take it here. They could say, hey, we want to re-kick it, push it back again. And instead, it's going to be at the 45-yard line, the Lions' 45-yard line. Here, since it went out of bounds, so decision time for Coach, and it looks like he's just going to take it at the 45-yard line. Me personally, I might make him re-kick it.
It wouldn't be a bad option, but I think Big Valley has their options already placed, and they say, hey, we're always going to do this. We just want to get the ball back. But it's funny you mentioned Coach Woods getting hit on the sideline. Every single year, Coach Woods gets hit. And I ask him at the beginning, I go, hey, are you going to get hit? He goes, no, I don't think so. He's, I took bigger hits in high school, and, well, that's the one for this season. Here's Leveros taking it himself with the leading blocker of Austin Hike. Leveros makes a nice move to gain 13 yards and a first down, Somerville.
Yeah, absolutely. Quarterback power, nothing fancy there. It's just, hey, we're going to almost single wing type offense. Take the snap, get behind the lead blockers. You got the cross block going. Good job of getting out front by 16 Peters. Leading the way for Leveros down the left side for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 36 on the Big Valley side of the field. Here is Leveros going off to Colton Cash. And he will be taken down after dragging a defender for 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and short.
Yeah, 8-yard gain by Cash. And again, we talked about him a little bit in the pregame show. He's that third guy that kind of gets there and takes some carries away from the top 2 guys. And that's why. Look, 8 yards a carry. I think that's one of his shorter runs of the season. He's had a 50-yard touchdown run and a 35-yard touchdown run first week versus Gustine. So good job there of him just keeping his legs moving and working.
In the game against Waterford, he was the 3rd leading rusher, only taking 4 carries, but 37 yards, including a touchdown. As Leveros passes here, Brody Peters will reel it in and get the first down, but since his knee was down, that stops the play.
Yeah, that's the second time this year Peters has caught a pass while his knee's on the ground where he could have probably scored. Down in Gustine did this, and then this time works back and just gets his knee on the ground trying to get back and his hands underneath the football. But Somerville on the move here inside the 20-yard line.
Cash will be the back on the right side of Leveros. Wide receiver left is Brody Peters. Barajas swoops around Leveros again, follows the leading man, and he's wrapped up at the 10.
Yeah, 9-yard gain on first down. Every offensive coordinator in the world will take that. He's just chewing up big yards, and Barajas doing a good job here, just getting the ball, getting behind his offensive lineman, make a guy miss, and then just keep his feet moving. You see, falls forward for an extra 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and short, and you got all kinds of options if you're Somerville here.
Cash stays the back, Barajas left, Hike right, and Brody Peters the wideout left again. Leveros, design keeper, he finds a hole, he finds the corner. Touchdown, Somerville!
Yep, just quarterback power to the right. Again, same play, other side. Same result as he gets behind his blockers. Good job there by Rogers, leading them into the end zone. And Somerville quickly up 8-0.
Linebacker fell asleep on that one. Let Leveros move to his right side and just find that wide open hole. And now it brings it back to Bryson Benitez for the extra point attempt, hoping to make it 9-0. Couldn't be better. 9-0. Somerville Bears lead at Thorstead Field.
Scott Berner, financial advisor at Thrivent, is proud to help bring tonight's Bears football game live to your home. As a Somerville High alum and a member of the Bears Quarterback Club, Scott is instrumental in supporting Somerville High School and Bears football in many ways. The next time you see Scott, be sure to say hello and thank him and Thrivent for supporting the Bears football family. That's Scott Berner, serving you in retirement and insurance. Roberson Construction brings a can-do attitude to every aspect of a construction project, making dreams a reality for its customers. The Roberson team is made up of professionals who know how to make the construction process a positive experience. Roberson Construction focuses on quality and integrity to maximize results and minimize stress. Whatever your construction needs, a remodel, new home, commercial project, consider Roberson Construction. You can find us locally and on Facebook or Instagram. We look forward to listening to you.
Out of the 4 games played for the Somerville Bears, that's the longest it's taken to score their first touchdown of the game. You can credit that to Big Valley Christian. They did stop them from getting a first down or even making that field goal on the initial drive. But nonetheless, Somerville does lead 9-0 over the Big Valley Christian Lions. And here is Benitez to boot it down the right side, drops it at the 30. Good placing, but the Lions are able to pick it up, move towards the middle, and tripped up barely at the 35. That's a fantastic stop by Kelton Cowley, the senior defensive back.
Yeah, and Boone with a good return there for the Lions. Made a good job of picking it up on one hop, gets into the middle of the field, gets it right back into the blockers, and just tripped up there by 44 Rogers, like you said, making the play.
Here, Stevens will go back to the QB position.
Now, you'll see here, Big Valley Christian, they go no huddle, but they're not in a hurry. They look for the sideline, they get a play, they look at their wristband, they take their time.
2 receivers, man in motion, flick out right, trying to lead his blockers, but a tackle for loss. Luke Larson gets there.
Yeah, you see the toss play here. Somerville runs this 12, 15 times a game, and Larson says, I've seen this in practice. I know what's going on. I know what's coming. Here it is. Stay outside, make a good job of contain, and drop them for a big loss.
My offensive key of the game for Big Valley Christian is take your time as well. You know, run plays that run plays that you know are going to gain the yards that you need to get the first down and move the ball slowly. If you take the entire half for one drive, that's pretty much all you need. Just make sure that you're going to score and keep moving that ball.
Yeah, and this time they take a little too much time. Going to take a timeout.
Somerville 9, Big Valley Christian 0. We're back right after this.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. Visit Tuolumne County is proud to bring you tonight's broadcast of Somerville Bears football. As the official tourism bureau of Tuolumne County, California, their mission is to enhance economic growth by increasing tourism to Tuolumne County. VTC invites visitors to experience iconic Yosemite explorations, authentic California gold country discoveries, and unforgettable High Sierra outdoor adventures. You can enjoy endless outdoor recreation, state and local parks, sightseeing, stargazing, history, shopping, wine and cider tastings, relaxation, and more.
Somerville and Big Valley Christian has met 2 times in the last 2 years, in which Somerville is 2-0 against the Lions. Last year, Somerville won handily as this ball comes out, and they're going to drop it dead at the 33, so Big Valley Christian stays with it. But last year, Somerville handily won 2 years ago, the last time Big Valley Christian was here in Tuolumne. It was only a 16-13 game in which Somerville was able to squeak out that win.
Yeah, and that was a dark, stormy night. It looked kind of drizzly all day long, and it was one of those games where there was lots of turnovers. Kind of like I said, it had to kind of be that situation for tonight for Big Valley. So far, not looking that way so far. Big Valley just saved themselves from turning the ball over there, so that was a positive for them. But again, it's 3rd and long right now. You're looking at giving the ball back to Somerville for the 3rd time here in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Here's Stevens on 3rd and 14. Defense rushes in, finds a man in the flat. This is going to gain good yards for Big Valley, and they get just short of the yard to gain. 4th and short for Big Valley and a decision to make.
Yeah, nice little swing pass to Terrazzo. Had some blockers out front. He makes a good job of getting upfield, getting what he can out of it. And now it's decision time. I would go for it here personally. I mean, you're kind of in a situation where it's 4th and 2. At the worst case scenario, try and draw Somerville off with some kind of hard count, but I wouldn't be against going for it here and just try to set a tone early if you're Big Valley.
Going to go for it, snap it to the running back, Cade Terzo, and it looks like he will get it to move the chains.
Yeah, absolutely. Direct snap to Terzo. He just plows forward here. You see it. Cuts in front of the quarterback. Gets up to midfield. 1st and 10 Lions.
That's exactly what you need. They've taken their time. They're moving that ball. They got a first. Even though it's 4th down, they still got that first. Now it's at midfield. Not that much further to go, but the defense is going to be more intense as you move on further. Stevenson hands it off, hits the line, and nowhere goes the Lions. There's Jamison Clark.
Yeah, a big job up front there by number 99 for Somerville, Hunter Anderson, clogging up the way and causing some problems for the offensive lineman for Big Valley Christian. 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
One thing, not only through this season, but also through the previous seasons for Somerville, is their time of possession. And I may have mentioned this last week, but the time of possession Somerville takes each game is just over a quarter of the game, where their opponents average 3/4 of the game. As here, a big truck on the sideline. That is Jackson Howell pushing right over Brody Peters.
Yeah, good job there by number 22, Howell, to finish the play. Gets that wide receiver screen. Nice decision
Boom.
there by number 7, Boone, not to block in the back. Instead, pick up 8, makes it a 3rd and 2. You can deal with that if you're Big Valley Christian. You're right where you want to be. You got 2 plays to pick up 2 yards. And like you were just talking about time of possession, this drive here started with just over 7 minutes left to go in this first quarter of play. And now we're under 2. So a good job of just kind of regaining momentum by Big Valley Christian.
3rd and short. Stevens hands off again. Guts through the line and a first down.
And again, just slowly moving the football down the field for Big Valley Christian. This is what they're looking to do. They're not looking for that big play. Explosiveness, obviously they'll take it if they get it. But that time, Jamison Clark just getting up there, moving his feet, keeping the pile moving, gets the first down for the Lions, and it gets them a new sets of downs inside the 40-yard line all the way to the 38.
Sometimes it works for Big Valley, sometimes it doesn't, but it works out evenly to keep moving this ball. And the offense is running fairly well. They're making good plays, and it's not like they're getting a lot of tackles for loss in the backfield. They might get no gain, but they keep moving that ball just enough as this one gains 3.
Yep, quarterback power, same thing Somerville scored on earlier in the first quarter with Leveros. This time, Big Valley runs it, picks up about 3, we'll call it 3. It's just a straight Snap to the quarterback. He gets behind the pulling guards, gets up in there, picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Now, I don't want to have the broadcasters jinx, but we talked about no turnovers for Somerville, right? I mean, both teams, you don't want turnovers, but for Somerville, they haven't had a game without one yet. And, the coaches, they say, we work so hard to get shutouts. It doesn't matter how much we win by, we just want to shut them out. And last week against Waterford, they made 2 mistakes defensively that allowed the Wildcats to score. And now here, they're trying to do that once again. And, of course, turnovers and shutouts, they're 2 different things, but it's something that alludes to the other team scoring. You don't want to give that ball up because it just gives them another chance.
No, absolutely. And then defensively, you're looking for any way to keep them out of the end zone right now if you're Somerville. That's a turnover. If it's a big play on defense, just push them back and put them behind the chains. Big Valley right now, like I said, they've kind of settled down. They came out with that bad snap in the first drive and gave the 2 points. But now we're inside a minute left to go here in the first quarter with them driving 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Stevens hands this one off to Jake Grabowski. Flag in the backfield and a takedown inside the 15.
Yeah, this one's probably coming back as the flag in the backfield, usually in the hold area, but important for Somerville as Luce Larson comes off the field a little banged up. But you see there on the replay, good job there by the running back, number 24, Jacob Grabowski. But like we thought, it's going to be called back by a hold. And this is what we were just saying, that get a negative play, so it's putting the Lions behind the chains and setting up a 1st and long could help Somerville's defense get off the field without giving up any points.
Big Valley does have 2 different kickers on their team that have made extra points this season. They haven't missed yet as far as their stats are concerned. They're 3 for 3. And so you just have to be prepared if you're Somerville as well. Of course, a shutout, you think of touchdowns, but field goals also count as points. So that's one thing that you have to look at, in which Somerville also has a blocked field goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was actually a legal block in the back, I guess, or some kind of call like that. It was 15-yard penalty, so it brings up a 1st and very long 25 yards for Big Valley Christian. Pushes them all the way back outside the 41-yard line as the clock moves under 20 seconds left to play.
Close to a delay of game. They have to take the snap. Not going to do it in time, and a few extra yards going the other direction in favor of Somerville.
Yeah, and then things kind of snowballing right here for Big Valley Christian. Had a chance to have a 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line instead. Now you're looking at 1st and 30 at the 46-yard line. So, this is big. This is good. Like we talked about, a way for Somerville to keep them off the clock or off the scoreboard. Things going Somerville way right now.
Stevens looks to throw. Double screen left side, taken down at the 40. Got a few yards, but now it's going to be 2nd and just a shorter plane ride. But that was the final play in quarter number 1. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this pass from Stevens.
Tree Service is here tonight to bring you Bears football. They specialize in comprehensive tree maintenance and removal. The skilled arborists and staff at Nate's Tree Service have over 30 years experience serving residential and commercial clients in Amador, Calaveras, Tuolumne, and Mariposa counties. They bring their unique understanding of the trees of the western slope of the Sierra to a wide range of tasks related to tree health, maintenance, and removal. Sierra Pacific is proud to support Somerville Bears football. At Sierra Pacific Industries, we understand our greatest strength is the people who choose to build a career with us. We offer many opportunities for personal and professional growth, from entry-level to skilled trades, from truck drivers to sales managers, from foresters to engineers. Become one of our valued team members as part of a growing third-generation family-owned forest products company.
We're coming back.
Yeah.
Somerville 9, Big Valley Christian 0. Starting the second quarter, we switch sides of the field, and Big Valley Christian will have 2nd and a bus ride back to Modesto.
Yeah, 2nd and then, hold on, let me get my shoes off. I think I'm going to say 19-ish. But yeah, it's one of those things where now Big Valley Christian's got to kind of chop away at this, looking to pick up at least half of this here on 2nd down and give yourself a chance to make 3rd and 4th manageable.
Stevens hit from behind, big hit, and they're going to count it as a throw. Bryce Rathmill, another hit at midfield.
Yeah, and Bryce came and nobody saw him, nobody felt him. The quarterback you see here, nobody blocks him.
Nobody felt him until there.
Nobody felt him coming. Instead, tries to set up and throw, does Logan Stevens, and then all of a sudden Bryce lowers the boom. Luckily for him, it was right as he was trying to throw the football, not before.
We got a question in the comments. Why are they looking at their wrists? And if you're a football fan or if you're near the teams, you're going to know this. But Jeremy, let us know.
I got you. So what it is that the Big Valley Christian coaches will yell a number. In this situation, it's a color and a number, and that tells them what formation and what play they're going to run. After this play, we'll go into it more.
Not going anywhere. He ran about 15 yards, but lateral to the line, so it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, so they'll get a color and number, for example, red 7 or whatever, red 203, whatever the code combination is, and they'll look on their wristband, and it's color-coded usually, and so they'll look at play red, that might tell them the formation, and then they'll look at play, 02 or however that works out as their coding, and then they'll look at, they'll go 02, boom, number red is, toss right or whatever, could be trips right, dog, Oklahoma, whatever it is. Whatever their code is for the play, and that's everybody looks at it, and that's how they call the play instead of being in the huddle.
Stevens in the gun, man in motion left to right. Gonna fake the pitch out. Play action over the middle. It is intercepted. Luca Peterson from the 25 looking for a return. Down the Big Valley Christian sideline, hit out the 50, and into Lion territory. Somerville Bears football.
Absolutely, and there's a turnover you were asking about earlier at the end of the first quarter. Somerville able to make the play. Luca Peterson, later rival to the Bears this season. Glad he's out here right now, makes a big play for Somerville, and then once he gets the balls in his hands, he's ready to try and take it back to the house. Good job of blocking by the defense. Instant change, and from offense to defense. Defensive guys getting out there trying to put points on the board. Gotta love it.
So Somerville starts this drive at the 48-yard line of Big Valley. Leveros from the gun going to pitch it left. Colton Cash is the leading blocker for Austin Hike to get the run inside the 35, and there making the tackle again is Nicholas Toledo.
Yeah, and if Toledo doesn't make that play, Hike's dancing in the end zone because he is the last line of defense. You see here Cash coming up. Doesn't really get all the guy, but gets enough of them, and then Toledo comes up and makes the play. As it is, a huge run for Hike once again on that little toss play for Somerville, and now they're looking to score more points here from the 30-yard line.
Now, how many times this season have we seen Austin Hike and the Somerville Bears run that play, but Hike goes into the end zone? That play is totally credited to Nicholas Toledo being stopped early. And here's Barajas. He'll try to do the same thing. Cuts in front of Kyle Solaya. He gets inside the 10. Toledo is there to make the stop inside the 5.
Yep, and that's the counter play to it. Everything looks the same except for this time, instead of tossing it out, you flip it underneath to Barajas, as you'll see here, and he gets Salea does a good job of trying to get out there and get a block for him, and then Toledo able to corral him and bring him down inside the 5, but not until he gets all the way down to the 4-yard line where it's 1st and goal Somerville, knocking on the door once again with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Leveros hands it to Barajas. He cuts the edge. He breaks the tackle. End zone, black turf, touchdown Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. Barajas, this one's him because he tries to cut outside where the defenders are instead of keeping it inside. And it looked like at first he was going to get dragged down. Instead, makes a guy miss. As you see here on the replay, I think if he cuts it inside, he probably goes in the end zone easy. Instead, so it goes the hard route, goes outside, makes a guy miss, and goes into land a quick 6, giving Somerville another touchdown here early in the second quarter.
Snap, hold, and a kick from Bryson Benitez. Up and down it goes. 15-0. The Somerville Bears leading the Big Valley Christian Lions at Thorstead Field.
Eldorado Septic Service Incorporated. Full-service septic installation, maintenance, and repair. With over 25 years experience serving the needs of Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Mono counties, Sean Dar and the Eldorado Septic team are your trusted name in local quality septic services. Go to EldoradoSeptic.com. That's EldoradoSeptic.com. Service done right. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
Through 2 touchdowns and a safety, the Somerville Bears lead 16-0 over the Big Valley Christian Lions with 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, Jeremy Hurtado on my side, and here's Benitez booming this one down to the 15, and returning is Jackson Howell. Howell tripped up by Kelton Cowley, and from the 20, the Big Valley Christian Lions will start their drive.
Yeah, great job by Cowley. They're coming down on special teams. You see him flying down. Nobody picks him up. He does a good job of just staying outside and working outside in and bringing down the ball carrier, Jackson Howell, inside the 20-yard line. So have some fun and enjoy that, Cowley. You did a good job on special teams there making the play for Somerville.
Big Valley Christian offense last time they moved the ball fairly well, then they got themselves in a pickle moving it back and back and back, and at one point I believe it was 1st and 30. Here they look to get the forward momentum again, but result in something better.
Yeah, this time just a little handoff to Kate Terzo. No gain there. Big play by Somerville defensive lineman, number 59, Gabriel Colmenares. Somerville doing a good job of keeping that to a short gain.
Second and 9 for Big Valley, and they're still looking at the coach to get the play, and they've already had one delay of game. Looks like the official might start counting. Have to pay attention. 2 seconds away, snaps it in time, hands off to the back. It's Cade Terzo. He hits the line, and a gain of 5 to make it 3rd and 4.
Taking a look at other action here in the Mudload Sonora. Jumping all over Buhat Colony in the first half, up 28-0 down in Atwater. One thing we want to talk about, Amador versus Esparto. We talked about that in our show this week. Unfortunately, that game is canceled. Esparto reached out and said, hey, whatever the situation is, not going to be able to play the varsity game. The JV game still on for Amador versus Winners. Should be just about over. But, yeah, so just little housekeeping for us. Amador versus Esparto, no go this weekend. So Amador looks to wait a little bit longer for that home opener on the blue turf.
Here's another run by Terzo. He goes nowhere. It's 4th down for Big Valley. And we don't have scores for the other games, but Calaveras is playing Ripon and Argonaut playing Wheatland.
Yeah, I know Calaveras Ripon just kicked off about 3 minutes ago, according to our source, Guy Dossie, down from the Calaveras Enterprise. So sure, if something exciting happens, he'll let us know as far as that goes.
If you want to know these updates through the weeks, how the games went and what we think about them, you can watch Striking Gold on NorCal Sports TV. Comes out every Thursday at 3 p.m. Striking Gold, the Motherlode landscape.
Yeah, huge 4th down here for Big Valley. I mean, this is kind of scary time. It looks like they're going to line up to go for it.
4th and short, trying to get the defense to jump, and something may have happened in the process.
Yeah, the coach called timeout before the snap. I think he was just trying to get Somerville to jump. I don't know if the ball was actually supposed to be snapped. Regardless, 7:17 left to go. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
Bears fans, Nate Solon Mower is pleased to support tonight's Bears football broadcast. They're your go-to retailer when you need a steel project to do the job, at home or at work. Visit their store, where friendly, knowledgeable staff will assist you in finding the right steel for the job, whether it's a chainsaw, blower, trimmer, pressure washer, or anything in between. Nate's Solid Mower on Longeway Road in Sonora. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more.
Somerville 16, Big Valley nothing but a pass over the middle, sets up a first down and plenty more. Big Valley Christian into Bears territory.
Yeah, Big Valley channeling their inner Dan Campbell. They're going for it deep in their own territory. Throws a nice little slant or post pattern across the middle, and then it's one guy missing a tackle. Big play for Big Valley Christian, setting themselves up first and 10 rather, from the 45-yard line of the Bears.
We were talking before that play during the break. Probably not the best idea to go for it, just looking at the position and how the game has gone so far. But Big Valley Christian proves us wrong and then gets swallowed up the next play to make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a score down from Ripon versus Calaveras. Ripon up 7-0. 5:55 left to go in the first quarter of play down there. So Calaveras still looking to try and get their offense rolling. Unfortunately, it's going to be a daunting task, I think, against Ripon down there tonight.
And a halftime score, Sonora Buhack Colony 28-0. That is at the half currently now. And Sonora just continues to roll on through. And they'll be starting league with a full load on them.
Yeah, I mean, Sonora doing what Sonora does. That's kind of what we expected from that game as we had a false start on Big Valley Christian. The wing got a little excited and tried to go a little too early. But this is kind of a trend so far in this game. Big Valley Christian makes a couple good plays, and then something negative happens and pushes them back. Last time when they ended up having the 1st and 30, like you mentioned. Now let's see if they can keep from piling on the negative stuff and go back to making another nice play on the offensive side of the ball.
Bryce Rathmill at the bottom of your screen, awaiting to pound through that line and get back to the quarterback if you can. Opposite side, met by Luke Larson, and it's another loss of yards for Big Valley Christian. Luke Larson back into the game after being blindside hit in that first quarter, but here making a big stop to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and again, this is just a good job of Larson of staying home. Everything kind of comes at you. You wait, you keep your outside contained, and then boom, come up, make the tackle. Somerville's got a pair of good outside players with Larson and also with Rathmill doing work. And then we got a timeout called as one of the Somerville players. Knee pad looks like came out. It looks like it's Luca Peterson. So being replaced by Kelton Cowley.
And Cowley has made some big stops in the game as well. Luca Peterson having that interception and almost a run back. He went pretty far. But both of those players being switched in and out, definitely reversible. Five minutes left in the second quarter. 3rd and long for Big Valley. Moves over from right to left. The wideout. Stevens will fake the handoff to him. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended target was number 34.
Yeah, we don't have a 34 on the roster. Okay. But regardless, this is kind of a bad decision here. Quarterback jumps up, tries to be Mahomes, throws the ball in the air, and it almost ends up a pick 6 for Somerville. So one of those things they'll watch on film and be like, yeah, okay, was the play. We don't want to really jump throw. That wasn't the design in the play. Got to step into the throw, make a good solid throw if you're going to try and hit that receiver coming back. Otherwise, it becomes pick 6. And again, now it's 4th and 16 for Big Valley Christian. Looks like this time they're going to punt as number 44, Nelson, comes in. Actually, yeah, Nicholas Toledo drops back to punt for Big Valley.
And he's also known to play quarterback as well, so they have to pay attention, but Toledo boots it anyway. To the 21, picked up. We'll take the outside edge. Larson and Schnabel are leading him. Schnabel bounces behind, and Barajas will move it out to the 35.
Yep, and that's where Somerville takes over 1st and 10. You see a good job of getting outside by Barajas and then waiting for the defenders. Picks up what he can, ducks out of bounds, gives the Bears first down here with 4:40 left to go. chance to make it really difficult for Big Valley Christian here going into half.
Three-man, four-man option again for Somerville. Barajas, pitch out back. Barajas looking to throw to the right side. Defender is going to get there to break it up. It was Toledo again. Right now, the defensive player of the game, no matter what happens the rest of the time. Matthew Hike was the one intended to catch that.
Yeah, and you see a little trickeration by the Bears. Pass just a little underthrown, and Toledo able to get back there and make the play. I like the idea, though. Hey, let's show something. It may not work tonight, but now every team that gets the film has to see it, and they go, okay, we're going to practice against this in case they see it again. It just kind of gives defense coordinators something else to think about as they're game planning for Somerville.
Looks like a similar play, except Leveros will run it, and he gets shoestring tackled at the 40.
Yeah, and then when you can come back and not convert on a trick play, but yet still pick up 6 yards on the next play, makes it so you got third and manageable for Somerville. Still 4:15 left to go. So a chance again, like I said, for the Bears to come out here and kind of almost put Big Valley Christian in desperation mode here going into half.
Quick handoff the middle, and Big Valley Christian is all over it.
51. Noah Smith with the tackle for Big Valley Christian. That's a huge play. Instead, we were talking about putting, actually, it was number 7. I'm sorry. Boone, who came up and made the tackle as well. So now Somerville got to decide if they're going to try and go for it or if they're going to punt.
Leveros cash in the backfield. They got the 2 slots and the 1 wide out right side. Barajas moves over, and some movement on the line. That's on the Big Valley side. First down, Somerville.
Yep, or you can just call no play and have the motion go, get the 5 yards free when the guy jumps off sides. Got to love it. If you're the offense, if you're a defense coordinator, it's one of those things that you just absolutely hate. And everybody says, hey, 4th down, watch the ball, and you jump and you're right over the football. It's one of those things that just drives defense coordinators crazy, and offensive coordinators say, oh, that was easy. Don't have to call a play. We get the first down, and then, yeah. Then that earns you a one-way trip to the sideline if you're the guy that jumps off sides.
1st and 10 from the 45. Leveros, bad snap, but he's able to reel it in. He'll take it himself behind Austin Hike. He is gone from the 30, chasing down from behind, down at the 5. Somerville, huge run, Bryce Leveros.
Yeah, Jackson Howell able to run him down, but not before he picks up a huge gain. Look at the replay there. He comes through the hole, and Howell just dives and able to hit a hand on him and bring him down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half of play.
And it was an odd play from the start. The snap was a little bit to the left side of Leveros. It looked like he may have been going over to Barajas, who was cutting around, but he found a hole behind Hike and was able to just bust through and expose the defense.
No, absolutely, and it ends up working as one of those quarterback powers, even if it wasn't called that way. And now there's a little confusion. Leveros needing a drink of water, so he takes a little extra time on the sideline. Nevertheless, it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Howell and Toledo combining on that tackle there. I thought Leveros was gone, but great job by the defense. This time it won't be stopped. Austin Hike, touchdown Somerville.
Hike says, hey, thanks for bringing it down here. I'll take care of it. Last couple weeks ago it was the other way around where he did all the work, and then Rogers comes and vultures a touchdown, so he goes, hey, I'm going to take yours away. Thanks for Leveros for doing the work. As sophomore, I'll take it. The senior scores for Somerville. You see on the replay, good job of getting out in front by Mateo Murphy from the offensive line, just clearing the way. Somerville doing everything that they want right now on offense.
Bryson Benitez launches this through 23-0 over the Big Valley Christian Lions.
Ranch Casino is a proud sponsor of the Somerville Bears Quarterback Club, and they support Somerville High student athletes. By working together, Chicken Ranch Casino believes we can all help elevate each and every student athlete's game, both on the field and in the classroom.
2 minutes, 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Somerville Bears lead 23-0 over the Big Valley Christian Lions. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. He's Jeremy Hurtado. And we do have our El Dorado Septic halftime report coming up, so stay tuned for that, and the Somerville Bears cheerleaders. But for now, Bryson Benitez will give it back to Big Valley, and we'll see if the Lions can put some points on the board. This one bounces off the front line in a fight for the ball in possession. Somerville says they have it. Officials trying to fight through to see it, and it is Somerville football. Yeah. Bryson Benitez puts this off the chest of a Lion. You can hear the roar now.
It's actually, I think it's off the kneecap of Andrew Ashby, and it's picked up by 99, Noah Anderson. Or Hunter Anderson, excuse me, Hunter. But Somerville going with some aggressiveness here. It was 2:16 left to go. Gives themselves another opportunity to put points on the board.
Somerville starts their drive from the 46-yard line. Offense not catching a break. This one flicked out to Luke Larson. He'll get a chance to throw. He has an open target. It is caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Somerville.
Same play we saw last possession. This time it's Larson, who was a JV quarterback last year, also a catcher on the varsity or the baseball team, so he could throw the ball. We know that. And then he hits the other baseball player, Brody Peters, for a connection as right in stride as Peters gets behind the defense, never breaks stride, and it's into the land of quick six once again for Somerville. And we say quick six, a 14-second possession for Somerville. Puts them on the board 29-0, depending on the extra point.
Luke Larson, an absolute dart to the open receiver, Brody Peters. 2 straight touchdowns and a chance to go up 30-0. Benitez low arcing, but it does cross the crossbar. 30-0, Somerville Bears with a large lead.
Oh, it's a name synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County and has been for more than 30 years. The latest member of the Lupo family to join the Tuolumne County real estate family is Leanne Lupo at Keller Williams Agency. Leanne is a Tuolumne County native and knows how special the place we call home is. A hard worker who truly cares about her clients. Leanne is a special talent. And Leanne is a Somerville High School graduate and huge Bear supporter, so give her a call and see what she can do to help you. If you see her around town, please thank her for helping to make tonight's live stream possible.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years.
Somerville 30, Big Valley Christian 0, and we have our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff for Bryson Benitez and Somerville. I mentioned a few weeks ago my favorite Deo drink is the Peanut Butter Blast. It's probably the best invention. But Jeremy, what's your favorite?
Big fan of the Peanut Butter Blast. I also like the Cocoa Mocha Nut. That's my favorite. No whipped cream, though. Not a big whipped cream fan. But, yeah, those two are my go-tos. Also, I can't forget, sometimes you got to get the Red Bull infusion drinks just because you need that little extra boost. And right now, Somerville doesn't need the boost. They're on the cruise control mode, 30-0 here in the first half of play. Hey, everything kind of going right, getting the onside kick for the second straight week. Trick play comes out and hits big for the touchdown. Lions just kind of in survival mode right now here in the first half of play.
We'll see if Big Valley Christian can do something in these final 2 minutes. Stevens will take the snap, hand it off. Terzo, big gain, 14-15 yards on first down and into Bear territory.
Yeah, and the Lions have shown flashes. I mean, that's 14 yards on the play. They had that post play on fourth down that they picked up the first down and picked up like 30 yards on. They had the ball deep in Somerville territory in the first quarter. They just seemed to find a way to kind of stub their toe and go backwards and negative, and then ends up hurting them in the long run.
Terzo right now not only moving the chains, but moving the offense by himself. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Terzo here, you said move the ball by himself, doing a good job there, brought down by Somerville, but not before the 5-yard pickup. And as a running back, you'll take 5 yards to carry every time. This time he checks out. Coming in for him is Jackson Howell.
Another handoff up the gut. And Nevis will take down the man and make it 3rd and 1, excuse me.
3rd and 1st.
Yep, sorry.
That's all right. 3rd and 1st, we'll call it 3rd and 1. And in fact, it was Clark that came in, so we both make mistakes on that play. But Clark brings it up to the 4 yards, brings up 3rd and 1, like you said. And again, Big Valley taking their time. I mean, I understand you're not an up-tempo offense, but you got 37 seconds and counting left to go. It seems to me like you want to get at least something on the scoreboard here, because you get the ball in the second half to open the second half, get a double chance.
Stevens will take a shot in the air. Plenty of defensive backs, but he finds the receiver at the 30. 1st down and move the chains for Big Valley.
Yeah, and Boone again with the big catch there for Big Valley. Leaves them 20 seconds left. Good job by the offensive line, giving him time. He goes up in between 2 Bears and makes the play. But again, the clock's rolling already, and you're still looking at the wristband. Burning 10 seconds. Probably the last play of the first half.
Stevens looking left, chased down by Rathmill, gets it out in time, overthrown, intercepted. Flag comes in late as the Bears travel down the sideline. It's Tristan Barajas with a pack of white jerseys to his left. Doesn't get out of bounds in time in that flag. Both flags will be nullified and send us to the half.
They're both going to be against Somerville. So it's actually going to give it pass interference, I believe, against the Bears. It was going to give a 1 untimed down for Big Valley Christian. Right there blocking the back, however you want to call it. And then there's another block in the back on the return. So we'll see if they say it's after the interception or before the interception. I thought the official was calling it pass interference before the play. We'll see as everybody's coming back down in. We got, defensive holding, so that is against. And then we got. So, 2 penalties against Somerville. It's going to put the ball down inside about the 21-yard line for Big Valley Christian, and they're going to get 1 untimed down. So 1 chance to try and score. And I think the question mark here is that Somerville wants to take a timeout because they're going to say both those are after the interception, which it looks like it's going to be after the interception, and so that's why there is no 1 time down. Okay. So they're both after the interception, both penalties against the offense at that point, and so ends the half like you said originally.
30-0, Somerville Bears lead the Big Valley Christian Lions as we headed to the half. We have our Eldorado Septic halftime report. And for Eldorado Septic, for full-service septic installation, maintenance, and repair in Tuolumne, Calaveras, Ramona County, go to eldorado-septic.com. Now, it was almost a low-scoring game for the most of the first half, and then Somerville had back-to-back touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. They scored there, made it 23-0, and then they had the onside kick with 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left. Go down and score on the trick play, next play. Like we talked about, they stretched it out, made it 30-0 at halftime, and that's kind of what we thought was going to happen. Not necessarily that way, but hey, at the end of the day, it's 30-0 at halftime. Somerville Bears up.
And at the end of the game, we have our Black Oak Casino Resort player of the game. And Somerville has spread the ball so much through so many different people that there is no one standout to who the player of the game could be. Luca Peterson has an interception. Brody Peters has a receiving touchdown for the first time where the ball actually traveled past the line of scrimmage on a pass. I mean, there's so many options for Somerville to really propel a player forward in the second half.
Yeah, and you also got to look at Luke Larson. He came out and he threw that dime on the trick play. I mean, yeah, he's only had one play on offense, but he's doing a job on defense. We've called his name a few times, making big plays on defense. So he's kind of caught that dual role right now. So right now, yeah, like you said, there's Barajas, there's Hike, there's Peterson, Brody Peters, and then Luke Larson. It's going to depend on how the second half kind of plays out. And who knows, maybe somebody in the second half comes out and has a huge second half and takes that player of the game home. You never know.
Bears cheerleaders will be up in just a moment, but for your Eldorado Septic Service halftime report, he's Jeremy Hurtado. I'm Levi Flores on NorCal Sports TV.
Really? Okay. I don't know what just happened. Oh, there you go. I know, they redid it for another, I don't know. Alright, here we go.
Scott Berner, financial advisor at Thrivent, is proud to help bring tonight's Bears football game live to your home. As a Somerville High alum and a member of the Bears Quarterback Club, Scott is instrumental in supporting Somerville High School and Bears football in many ways. The next time you see Scott, be sure to say hello and thank him and Thrivent for supporting the Bears football family. That's Scott Berner, serving you in retirement and insurance. Roberson Construction brings a can-do attitude to every aspect of a construction project, making dreams a reality for its customers. The Roberson team is made up of professionals who know how to make the construction process a positive experience. Roberson Construction focuses on quality and integrity to maximize results and minimize stress. Whatever your construction needs, a remodel, new home, commercial project, consider Roberson Construction. You can find us locally and on Facebook or Instagram. We look forward to listening to you. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. Visit Tuolumne County is proud to bring you tonight's broadcast of Somerville Bears football. As the official tourism bureau of Tuolumne County, California, their mission is to enhance economic growth by increasing tourism to Tuolumne County. VTC invites visitors to experience iconic Yosemite explorations, authentic California gold country discoveries, and unforgettable High Sierra outdoor adventures. You can enjoy endless outdoor recreation, state and local parks, sightseeing, stargazing, history, shopping, wine and cider tastings, relaxation, and more. Nate's Tree Service is here tonight to bring you Bears football. They specialize in comprehensive tree maintenance and removal. The skilled arborists and staff at Nate's Tree Service have over 30 years experience serving residential and commercial clients in Amador, Calaveras, Tuolumne, and Mariposa counties. They bring their unique understanding of the trees of the western slope of the Sierra to a wide range of tasks related to tree health, maintenance, and removal. Sierra Pacific is proud to support Somerville Bears football. At Sierra Pacific Industries, we understand our greatest strength is the people who choose to build a career with us. We offer many opportunities for personal and professional growth, from entry level to skilled trades, from truck drivers to sales managers, from foresters to engineers. Become one of our valued team members as part of a growing 3rd-generation family-owned forest products company.
Eldorado Septic Service Incorporated. Full-service septic installation, maintenance, and repair. With over 25 years experience serving the needs of Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Mono counties, Sean Dar and the Eldorado Septic team are your trusted name in local quality septic services. Go to eldoradoseptic.com. That's eldoradoseptic.com. Service done right. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
Hey, Bears fans! Nate Solon Mower is pleased to support tonight's Bears football broadcast. They're your go-to retailer when you need a steel project to do the job, at home or at work. Visit their store, where friendly, knowledgeable staff will assist you in finding the right steel for the job, whether it's a chainsaw, blower, trimmer, pressure washer, or anything in between. Nate's Solid Mower on Longeway Road in Sonora. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Chicken Ranch Casino is a proud sponsor of the Somerville Bears Quarterback Club, and they support Somerville High student athletes. By working together, Chicken Ranch Casino believes we can all help elevate each and every student athlete's game, both on the field and in the classroom.
Lupo. It's a name synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County and has been for more than 30 years. The latest member of the Lupo family to join the Tuolumne County real estate family is Leanne Lupo at Keller Williams Agency. Leanne is a Tuolumne County native and knows how special the place we call home is. A hard worker who truly cares about her clients. Leanne is a special talent. And Leanne is a Somerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter, so give her a call and see what she can do to help you. If you see her around town, please thank her for helping to make tonight's live stream possible.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Levitt United Insurance Services offers quality insurance coverage, a high level of professional service, and a long-term relationship. They have several locations throughout California to serve your needs, including Elk Grove, Lodi, Napa, Roseville, Sonora, Walnut Creek, and Minden, Nevada. As independent agents, they'll research rates and coverage from top insurance companies to find the best insurance rates and insurance plans for you. They do the shopping and comparing, so you can save time and money. Hello, Bear fans! Boyer Construction is proud to help bring you tonight's broadcast of Somerville Bears football. For over 30 years, they've proudly served our communities with an uncompromising commitment to quality, integrity, and client satisfaction. They are meticulous and still believe in the value of handshakes. And they ensure that you get the experience you deserve. Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benitez put his foot to the ball and give it to the Lions to start our second half. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. I have Jeremy Hurtado with me, and our Eldorado Septic halftime report. I don't want to say there wasn't a lot to talk about, but it was just so spread out throughout the team that there wasn't any one thing to look at.
Yeah, it is, and it's good. Again, we talked about that before we went to the break there, that Somerville's doing a good job of spreading things around. There's multiple guys making plays, so positive things out there for Somerville. Looking around the middle of the league before we get the second half kicked off, Sonora all over Buhack Colony, up 35-0 in the third quarter. Ripon up 14-7 over Calaveras just before halftime down in Ripon.
Our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff lands at the 34-yard line. And the Big Valley Christian Lions second half starts now. Their offense returns to the field. Stevens, the starting quarterback. Turzo has done a lot, and there's been a few other players getting touches, moving the ball, and they don't look bad, but Somerville is just at another level.
Yeah, like I said, they do positive things. They make a big play. They get downfield. They get down in several territory, and then they either throw a pick or they have a penalty and then another penalty that compounds on it, and all of a sudden it's 1st and 30. So let's see if they can just kind of keep a drive together and put some points on the board here to start the second half.
Turzo gets his first touch of the second half, and the ball drops loose 4 yards away from the line, and it will stay Lion ball.
Yeah, instead they turn the ball over in the first, or almost turn the ball over. They fumble the ball. Luckily for them, Boone able to come in and recover it. Right there, he just jumps on it. Snovel didn't know the ball was at his feet, luckily for Big Valley Christian.
And now, in the pregame show, I didn't really talk about this. We kind of alluded to what we wanted to see in the game. But this week against Big Valley Christian, I want to see more passing, work the options, no turnovers. They haven't gone a game without one, but that's exactly what we saw in that first half, and now Somerville might have to slow up in the second, as this one will be a huge loss to make it 3rd and long.
Yeah, and it almost looks like the first possession all over again for Big Valley Christian. Run a play and then have the snap go 12 o'clock, and almost creates another bad situation. This time, quarterback Logan Stevens able to corral it and fall on it. Instead of being a safety like last time, now it's just 3rd and 15.
Anderson, Colmenares, and Castonia move off the field for Somerville. They bring in a few more slender bodies to rush the line quicker because they know Stevens is going to pass this ball. So they're going to get the speed to push through that line and get Stevens on the ground before he can get the ball out.
No, absolutely, and that's what the advantage of having multiple guys and 35 guys on your roster gives you.
The defensive backs are sitting at about the 39-yard line, halfway to that yard to gain. But here is Stevens being blitzed through the middle, stays in the pocket, over the middle, overthrown, and Peterson nearly gets his second interception, not only of the game, but of the season.
Yeah, and Peterson goes up just off the hands. As you see here on the replay, nice job stepping up in the pocket, throws behind his receiver, and like you said, Peterson almost picks off his second of the night. Instead, it brings up a 4th and long, and on comes the punt unit for the Lions.
Barajas will be back to return. Luke Larson is the secondary who will stand 10 yards in front of Barajas. Rathmill nearly got a hand on that punt as it'll drop down into Lions territory. And from the 36-yard line, Somerville will start their first drive of the second half. And Luca Peterson, only his second game of the season, and he has made a large impact. Waterford actually gave him the player of the game last week when we were there. I believe we gave it to Austin Hike with 150 rushing yards, 3 total touchdowns, one being off a
always
kick
over the
return.
defense, right? Offense always over the defense.
And Luca Peterson ended up getting that player of the game, and right now making a strong statement through that interception and whatever else he's done on that. But he's also wearing former running backs number Kai Elkins, number 34, and it's just, in high school sports, you see the same number so repetitive, but then you see different players in that number, and it changes your whole perspective. Because every time I see it, I think Kai Elkins, but they just don't look the same.
No, exactly. I mean, it's one of the things about sports, high school sports specifically, ever-changing, rotating players. The system kind of stays the same, but the players change. And like you said, you get used to seeing one guy wearing a number, and then all of a sudden he graduates and somebody else takes it, and it sometimes doesn't look exactly right.
Here's Tristan Barajas. He gets the first down. A flag flies way from the backfield. More big yards gained by Somerville, and I do have to say this. My key defensive note for Big Valley coming into the game was they had to make tackles, force Somerville to run more plays. There's so many times through the 3 games that we've seen Tristan Barajas and Austin Hike score on that exact same play. But Big Valley Christian is closing the gaps. They're forcing them to the sideline and tackling them down, forcing them to run more plays. And that's put them in this game better than what Waterford was in last week.
Yeah, it has, and also it doesn't help when you get a hold on the outside and kind of spin the outside defender around and gives you the lane to run down the sideline. So instead, you end up being, instead of a gain of 25, 30 yards, you only lose 1.5 yards after the hold, and the mark off is all said and done. But you're right. Big Valley Christian, I mean, even when they have broken away, they've been able to run them down and chase them down, which we hadn't seen in the last couple weeks. So some speed out there for Big Valley Christian as well.
Call it out, Jeremy. What you see?
Just it's another mental mistake by Big Valley Christian. You get the guy going in motion. You just get a favorable call for you, and then you just jump off sides, give off the easy 5 yards instead of 2nd and 11. Now it's 2nd and 6. Somerville back in a manageable situation.
Leveros handoff, Cash. Cash gets close to the marker, 3rd and 1.
And then Cash picks up 5, makes it 3rd and 1. So, yeah, I mean, you get right back where you need to be for Somerville. On the Austin side, you see the replay here. Cash getting up there. Nobody really coming to make the tackle until number 34 comes up for Big Valley Christian and grabs him by the legs. And now it's 3rd and about 0.5 yard if you look across the field to the sticks. Not much separation between the down marker and the pylon.
Leveros, another handoff, gives it to the big back. He gets the hole. Slides right through, first down, and an extra 14 yards on top of that.
Yep, and good job of having both hands on the football by Cash that time. He says, hey, I'm going to make sure I control it. My legs are good enough to get me through the hole. And he picks up the first down before Jackson Howell able to make the play for Big Valley Christian. But again, another first down for Somerville at the 40-yard line of the Lions.
First and 10. Barajas wraps around. Leveros will get some extra protection into the flat. Caught. He actually reeled it in. A 5-yard gain on the pass to the right side.
Yeah, good job by Cash. Knew he was going to take a hit. Instead of letting it go off his hands, he says, I'm going to get a hit. I might as well catch the football. And then there to make the tackle was Stubert for Big Valley Christian, holding it to a 3-yard gain. So positives on both sides for both teams there. Looked like it could have been a bigger play. Instead, it gets down for a 3-yard loss, or 3-yard gain, and brings up 2nd and 7.
Wide out to the left side this time as Austin Hike will be the man cutting around Leveros. Hike gets the carry. He slides through 2 different tacklers, but too many white jerseys are there, making the stop. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and Hike able to just spin around, like you said. Defenders making it hard this time. Good job again by number 34. He just couldn't make the tackle for the loss, but he does slow him down enough for his friends to get there and make the tackle. Makes it 3rd and 4 for Big Valley Christian, or for Somerville and Big Valley Christian territory.
3rd and medium. Multiple options for Somerville. Matthew Hike is the wideout to the right side. Leveros design carry. He's going to get a first, and the ball dropped out again. I believe that's the 2nd time Leveros has fumbled the ball this season.
Yeah, and luckily for Somerville, it just rolls out of bounds. So 1st down, move the chains again once again for the Bears. Leveros, though, got to do a better job of holding on to the football there. Don't want to give that up in a game that's important.
We wanted to see no turnovers from Somerville. They don't turn the ball over, but it's still a fumble. They still got rid of that, so you want to make sure you protect that ball. NorCal Sports TV is busy tonight in Turlock. Folsom going to play at Turlock. That game being played right now. It's at the half. 35-0 Folsom leading, and Folsom a powerhouse of a team. Bellarmine and Monte Vista as well playing right now on NorCal Sports TV.
But, of course, we know you're watching a Somerville game, so you can go back and watch those on demand, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Live on demand whenever you want. NorCal Sports TV on YouTube. Also, like the video, subscribe, chat in the comments while we're live as well. We'd like to hear from where you're watching. Do that right now if you'd like, and we'll hopefully give you a shout-out in the second half.
So you're saying I can go home tonight after I'm done calling this game. I can watch the Folsom-Turlock game, which is going to be one of the big games of this section tonight, live from my home?
Hold on, let me ask my producer. Dion? Yep, exactly. That's exactly what you can do. Here's a pass over the middle. Somerville going to be close to that 1st down, and it's Tristan Barajas receiving the pass from Leveros.
Yeah, nice job there. Barajas making the catch, picking up 9. Good throw here by Leveros, taking the time, getting it than it needed to be. Hit him in stride. Okay, we talked about the Somerville passing game struggling before. That time, nice job of just, hey, it's a nice, easy throw. It's a one read. Hit it, make it an easy completion for Barajas, and picks up 9.
2nd and short, options for Somerville. It's Hike. Hike enough for the first and get him inside the 15. And also tomorrow on NorCal Sports TV, 2 junior college football games. Junior college football is back with one of the top 10 teams in the state, Modesto Junior College, playing against the Bear Cubs of Santa Rosa. Jeremy, you'll be there?
Yeah, myself, Mario Ramos will be over there broadcasting that game. It should be a good game. Modesto Christian. NJC was able to go over to Laney last week and pick up a win. Now they make their home opener against Santa Rosa. Looking forward to it at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Pirate Stadium.
Another flag. This one falls on the Big Valley Christian side. And then the other game up on NorCal Sports TV tomorrow midday at 1. Reedley travels out to Chabot, and I'll be there with you for the action. So if you want to see some junior college football, you can either join Jeremy and Mario or myself and Carlos, who will be in Chabot. And I love Chabot's football stadium. It's a beautiful field. It has a little tree coverage. It's its own little bowl, nice turf field, and also a press box for me, so I'm excited for that.
No, absolutely. And Reedley comes to town, and Reedley usually one of the better teams, so it should be a good matchup again for the Gladiators. Again, I might have to go check that out when I get home from doing my game tomorrow afternoon.
Barajas, right side, touchdown Somerville. 36-0, Tristan Barajas finds the golden turf.
Yeah, that's just a great job by the offensive line. He goes untouched in the end zone. And if we see the replay here, you'll see offensive linemen just doing work. right here, front side, blocking down, pulling guys, coming, sealing. Nobody there to make the tackle, and Barajas just scoots into the black turf here at Thorstead Field.
Bryson Benitez. Extra point is good. 37-0. Somerville continues their stride.
United Insurance Services offers quality insurance coverage, a high level of professional service, and a long-term relationship. They have several locations throughout California to serve your needs, including Elk Grove, Lodi, Napa, Roseville, Sonora, Walnut Creek, and Minden, Nevada. As independent agents, they'll research rates and coverage from top insurance companies to find the best insurance rates and insurance plans for you. They do the shopping and comparing, so you can save time and money. Hello, Bear fans! Boyer Construction is proud to help bring you tonight's broadcast of Somerville Bears football. For over 30 years, they've proudly served our communities with an uncompromising commitment to quality, integrity, and client satisfaction. They are meticulous and still believe in the value of handshakes. And they ensure that you get the experience you deserve. Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game. United Insurance.
Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Bryson Benitez launching it for Somerville. The Bears up 37-0, and the return will come from the 20. He has a few blockers in front, but there's no open hole. Finally attacks one of them, gets to the 35. And our Deo Espresso Smoothies kickoff. Jeremy, how many small yellow huts did Deo have in the counties surrounding us?
Ooh, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Huts, only huts, right? Because they have a storefront in Calavera or in Angels Camp. Drive-through storefront.
We'll go away from the trick questions. Just say how many Deos are there?
I'm going to say 6.
There's 10.
10?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about down in Copperopolis, too.
Yeah, there's quite a few for you to go to. Closed this late at night, but tomorrow morning before you head out,
on the way to Modesto. Wow, I'm going to stop by and get myself a Deo.
I have one walking distance 1 minute from my house, so I'll be hitting that on the way out of town, too. Big Valley Christian gets a good run down the left sideline in front of their own bench, 8-yard carry.
Yeah, and again, for Big Valley Christian, it's really just kind of...
Before you get to that, we have a father and son out on the field. Coach Ryan Wynn, class of 91, 2-year varsity, the offensive line, defensive line coach, and both his boys, the twins, Reese Wynn, Jordan Wynn, out on the field. 4-year varsity for Reese and 3-year varsity for Jordan. Both those players looking to go do something big in the college world. Offers from both California Lutheran and El Camino. Those are the two big schools that they're looking at currently.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Ryan Wynn, proud dad. Was actually talking to him when I was working at the college level about getting his kids to come out and maybe play for us at Merced. So it's good to see them get some attention and some looks for some schools. I know they've had some offers or discussions rather with some other schools. Went out and visited a couple things. So, all positive for the Wynn twins and dad. Like I said, couldn't be happier for them. Personally, great kids, great family. Look forward to seeing them do great things in the future at the college level.
And you played around the same time as well, right? Maybe a few years later?
Yeah, I was a little behind when I played I graduated in 97. So I knew of him. He actually, his family lived about 3 houses down from me, so I knew who they were. I just didn't know him very well. I knew his sister more because she was kind of in between our ages.
Big Valley Christian moving the ball fairly well here, although actually they will give him the first down with the forward momentum. So Big Valley Christian gets it to the 44. And not only the Winds being a family team with Somerville, but also the Leveroses, the Elkins, everyone out there pretty much played for Somerville back in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of lineage that goes back, playing here, obviously. Coach Byers, Coach Leveros, Coach Elkins all played here at Somerville. Trying to think, I think Coach Mike Brennan played here as well. So a lot of guys on this coaching staff that have been here for a while and played here for a while.
Direct snap to Jamison Clark. Gets big yards for Big Valley Christian. We haven't seen a lot of plays for Big Valley break that 15 mark like I mentioned in the pregame show, but this one definitely breaks that seal.
No, absolutely, and this is another positive play. Now, they have it about where they've kind of imploded in the rest of this game here. They've got inside the 40. In fact, got all the way down to, I believe, the 15 at one point, and then started going backwards. So we'll see what happens here. Big Valley trying to milk the clock and kind of control the play as they take a timeout here as equipment malfunction for one of the offensive linemen for Big Valley Christian.
The officials are all over it today. I don't know how many times that they've blown the whistle to say, hey, we need to get this fixed, but it's more than any other game I've been to, so they're on it doing their job. 1st and 10, fumbled snap, and
there it is.
Just in time.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case you didn't know they were getting ready to score, they go backwards on that dropped snap. That's like the third snap problem they've had. This time it looked like it was supposed to be a direct snap to the running back Clark. Instead, he drops it. The quarterback able to fall on it, Logan Stevens. And again, loss of 5 makes it 2nd and 15. And stop me if you've seen this before, right?
2nd and 14. Big Valley Christian looking over at that sideline, making themselves aware of the play so they don't get confused again. Have to pay attention to that play clock as well, but they're switching the offense to have some receivers on the right with Toledo and Grabowski. Toledo is the wideout, Grabowski just inside, slot receiver on the left as well. Handoff pushing through Jamison Clark, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage before the black jerseys tear him down. And now it puts them in bad position again because it's 3rd and 10. They'll get 2 yards on a play, 3 yards on a play, which is fine. Might be 4th and short, but right now at 3rd and long, it does not look good for Big Valley.
Yeah, and it actually fell forward and gave him about 5. But still, it's going to be 3rd and we'll call it 8. Okay, or 9. Close, either way. Yeah, it's a situation where you don't want to be. You're probably going to throw the football. So it allows Rathmel and the rest of those guys up front to just kind of pin their ears back and come after the quarterback. And we'll see. That's been a non-positive for Big Valley. This is where they've thrown a couple picks down here earlier in the game. We'll see what they decide to do here. If I was them, I'd try to hit some kind of safe screen pass maybe.
Defensive line was standing up while waiting to take down Stevens. It looks like a delay of game or a false start will go on the Lions, so move it back further. It's going to be 3rd and even longer, and Somerville does come out with some secondary defensive players. It will be Tanner Klein. I believe Jordan Wynn just went out there as well.
Trenton Stone also going out for Somerville to rush the quarterback here, and again, 3rd and 14, not where you want to be any offensive play caller, especially this scenario, but it is going to bring us to the 4th quarter.
37-0, Somerville Bears in the large lead, looking to shut out the Lions in the 4th.
Hello, Bears fans. Black Oak Casino Resort is very proud to help bring you tonight's live streaming of the Somerville Bears football game. If you haven't been to Black Oak Casino Resort recently, now is the time to come by and check us out. Whether you enjoy the entertainment at Willow Creek Lounge, the 5-star RV park, the beautiful Black Oak Hotel and Conference Center, the bowling alley and family fun center, all the games our casino offers, or the fine dining at Seven Sisters Restaurant, it's all there waiting for you. Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Final 12 minutes as the Somerville Bears lead 37-0 over the Big Valley Christian Lions. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, Jeremy Hurtado by my side, and we just saw Black Oak Casino, a proud sponsor of Somerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. But Jeremy, do you know the new or improved attraction that Black Oak Casino has reopened up?
I believe downstairs, right? The Family Floor Center?
That's exactly right. Black Oak Lanes is back open, as well as the Mill, the restaurant, back in full force. So if you'd like a fun family day, whether it's this weekend, the upcoming week, the week after that, whenever it is, Black Oak Lane's back open. Get some fun food while you are there. Just have a fun family time at Black Oak Casino. This pass is received at the 36-yard line, and they shoot themselves in the foot again. Big Valley Christian will bring the ball back.
Yeah, and again, it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back every time here down in the scoring opportunity. You get a good play, you set yourself up with a chance, and then boom, right there. Block coming back against the grain. and you're going to put yourself in another 3rd and 25. I mean, it's continuous tonight for Big Valley Christian, and it's frustrating watching it as a former coach. That's the biggest part for me, is that I watch a game as a coach, and I'm just like, oh, those are mistakes you can't make. Everybody knows you can't come back and hit the guy. You do it, and now it's 4th and 23, 22, something like that. I mean, or 3rd and 22 is just one of those things. The only benefit here in the 4th quarter is we have a running clock.
That is true. It'll be counting down since Somerville is up by so much, but it doesn't mean Big Valley Christian should quit. It's always better to score and avoid that shutout that Somerville is working so hard to do. Here's Stevens being chased down by Klein. Rathmill gets there as well. The tag team in the back pushes him down for a massive loss, and it's 4th and forever.
Yeah, again, so you were at the 30-yard line. Now you're back at the Somerville or your own 35-yard line. So, yeah, it's almost like we seen this coming. Now you got to punt if you're Big Valley Christian.
And they will send Toledo back there to do so, at least as we know.
Yeah, late arrival here, number 10, getting on the field, Nolan Cheek.
Look at that, another Deo Espresso and Smoothie kickoff. Here's Toledo. Punts it away. Barajas will move away from it, and we don't want to get the same mistake like we got in Gustine, but we do have 3 yellow flags
coming in from everywhere, and that's going to be a penalty, I think, against Somerville, as one of the Big Valley Christian guys was running, and all of a sudden his feet kept going and his body didn't, and every official out there threw the flag. And it's going to be a blindside hit by Somerville this time, and so it's going to push them back inside about the 15-yard line. Official still talking about it exactly. It's inside the 30, so I think it's going to be half of this is the goal. From the 26 should be about the 13. We'll see how my math works out here. Remember, I did go to Somerville, so.
I had a great math teacher here. Shout out Mr. Lilly. Not sure if he's watching, but the only remaining math teacher from my years here at Somerville, and was definitely the #1 teacher. I was also called the teacher's pet in high school. So.
Okay, they put the 14, so I don't know. Wait. Yes, redemption. Redemption. Put it to 13 instead. I was right. Woohoo!
Don't you have a master's?
I do. That's the scary part, right?
It's in history.
It is. Yeah, we found the class. No math on that one. We'll take history. Woohoo!
Shout out GCU.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, Somerville. A carry from the QB position, but that is Hunter Anderson. I knew the body didn't look right. That was definitely not Bryce Leverett.
Too big.
Hunter Anderson, the senior tight end, taking a direct snap and a run, will get him 2 rushing yards on the season as a quarterback.
Yeah, and it's been interesting what they do here. I mean, they could just rotate who plays quote-unquote quarterback, or maybe Anderson's going to take them all as he still lines up at the quarterback position.
We saw Luca Peterson take a few snaps. Larson, Barajas all have eligibility to do so just from what they've done in the past years. And Hunter Anderson showing off some rushing moves.
Yeah, Anderson, the 99. Yeah, I don't know when the last time you got to see a quarterback with a 99 running the football, but hey, here he comes right at you. Both hands on the ball. Good ball security as we get some other scores. Calaveras is down 14-7 at halftime. Down at Ripon. It's a little closer game than we thought it would be. Sonora just running away with it against Pewhat Colony, 42-8.
That's the final there.
Oh, that's a final score. So Wildcats improved to 3-1 on the season.
Another direct snap. This time it's to Trenton Miller, who has one of the bigger receptions on the season for Somerville. He'll only get 2 on the ground. And now I want to see, and I actually joked about this when I was at practice yesterday. I said, why don't we get Reese Wynn in there, who's been the starting center for 4 years. Let's get him some rushing yards. He's always the one dishing the ball out to the quarterback, getting the plays, and he's the start of the play. So let's make him that real option, and let's just see what he can do.
Yeah, the issue with that as a coach, here's a coach scenario, right? He goes and does this because this has happened to me in my senior year of practice. Goes out there, plays running back, boom. Gets rolled up, boom, ankle, knee injury, and now your starting center's out for a little while, and then that doesn't work out well next week or the week after that. Instead, you get some of these other skill guys a chance to run the football. Nicholas Rogers gets a chance that time.
No, that was Colton Fox. He's the
it is Fox, yeah.
the big man, junior tight end, defensive end. We've seen Nicholas Rogers run. I knew that wasn't going to be it, but Colton Fox stands, I believe, at 6'4". He's a massive human being, and that can definitely be a big option as Somerville continues through the season, whether he has hands to catch the ball as a tight end or use him as a fullback. Colton Fox, this isn't the last time he's going to see a carry.
No, yeah, he's another weapon that Somerville has that they haven't really had to utilize yet, as Anderson takes another carry for Somerville. But what you do, like we talked about, okay, so you're talking about trying to win a carry, right? That's something you do maybe the last game of the season. And you say, okay, here you go. Here's that opportunity. You get to go handle that senior night type of a deal. Then I'm okay with it, but not this early in the season for those offensive linemen. I like to give them love. I'm all for spreading the love with them, but at the same time, if they get injured and now you're out them the next week. And
then put them in at quarterback. Have them throw the ball then. Just avoid getting hit. But here I just saw one of the new players come into the game, Toonie Mansuranis, the senior wide receiver defensive back. He'll be taking the snap. He'll take your right side. Matt in the backfield spins around and tackle down for a loss of 2. Toonie Mansuranis, his first touch of the season, gets nothing.
He was voted one of the captains this week. He was out there for the coin toss, so good to see him get some recognition, get a chance to go out there and make a play.
And he'll come right out, but Colton Fox goes back into the huddle for Somerville. Not sure if he'll take the snap or not, but he is out there with them.
It looks like Anderson again.
Hunter Anderson will be the man on 3rd and 7. Anderson run, middle, and stopped with no momentum, 2 yards short of the yard to gain.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 10 seconds counting. Bears just trying to slowly and methodically move the football here, and it's 4th and 2. I mean, you might as well go for it, right? You're running this kind of offense. You're not trying to put any more points on the board if you're Somerville. You're just trying to control the clock and let it run, so I have no problem here going for it on 4th and 2. Up 37-0.
8 different ball carriers for Somerville in the game, which doesn't even break what it was last week against Waterford where they had 9. This is number 9 right here, Nick Rogers getting a big carry, not only the first down, but going to continue the fun for the Somerville offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And that time it was Rogers behind Anderson, and it might have gone to the house. One of the offensive linemen thought the play was over, stopped instead of going outfield and finding someone else to find some more work. If he goes up and gets a block, that might go to the end zone. But Somerville, I think they're okay with it not going to the end zone. They're just trying to run things down and get out of here with a 37-0 victory here and get that shutout, that all-elusive shutout for Somerville.
And during Striking Gold's episode this week, that came out yesterday, you can go back and watch that as well. I actually said Somerville was going to allow 7 points, or not just allow it, but Big Valley was going to earn it, get 7 points, just because I know some of the issues that they've had. But here's Reese Wynn. He does get taken down, and Reese Wynn, he does get a carry, and he does get positive yards.
Well, there you go. You got your wish. And then I'm willing to bet that's the last one that happens. I'm just, from a coaching position, not one of the –
and here comes Kyle Salaya. Everyone's pumped up for this one. It's, believe it or not his first carry of his high school career. He actually had one last year.
Yeah. 2:07 left to go. And, Somerville in the huddle. I think everybody in the house knows where the ball's going, right? Yeah, Salaya going to line up at quarterback.
At 2nd and 8, under 2 minutes, Kyle Salaya will take the snap. This one into the hands, nearly fumbled. Salaya will push a man down, and it takes 5 Lions to take down Kyle Salaya, the junior offensive defensive lineman.
Almost dropped the snap instead. Able to control it.
Arm.
And now he's like, what do I do? Do you want me to stay in? So everybody going to get involved here in the action for Somerville as we cruise down to the 1 minute mark.
3rd and long, and I think Somerville just wants to keep the fun going, get that first down. So I think they'll return back to maybe one of the bigger ball carriers that had a larger run on this, and Hunter Anderson will be the man in the back. He needs a play. Actually, they're going to take it from under center and take the knee. End the fun here on 3rd and long in the last minute.
Yeah, Miller just takes a knee. We'll see, they'll have to do it at least one more time, I think. And that'll turn the ball over on downs, and I don't know if Big Valley's probably just going to do the same thing and get out of here with a 37-0 final score. Levi, we talked earlier about that player of the game. We got a lot to talk about during that commercial break. I mean, I don't know. I think I might have changed my mind on the player of the game.
I honestly have no idea. So many people have touched the ball. They've made big plays. You always say it's offense, offense, offense.
Well, it's always offense.
I kind of agree with that, but I mean the defensive players definitely had a factor in making stops. So we have quite a bit to talk about as the final snap occurs, and the Somerville Bears have their first shutout of the season, and it's at home after taking the loss to Dos Palos. They return back to Thorstead Field to give the fans a show. 37-0, and we return. We have our Black Oak Casino Resort player of the game.
Scott Berner, financial advisor at Thrivent, is proud to help bring tonight's Bears football game live to your home. As a Somerville High alum and a member of the Bears Quarterback Club, Scott is instrumental in supporting Somerville High School and Bears football in many ways. The next time you see Scott, be sure to say hello and thank him and Thrivent for supporting the Bears football family. That's Scott Berner, serving you in retirement and insurance. Roberson Construction brings a can-do attitude to every aspect of a construction project, making dreams a reality for its customers. The Roberson team is made up of professionals who know how to make the construction process a positive experience. Roberson Construction focuses on quality and integrity to maximize results and minimize stress. Whatever your construction needs, a remodel, new home, commercial project, consider Roberson Construction. You can find us locally and on Facebook or Instagram. We look forward to listening to you.
Somerville Bears move on to 3-1 on the season after defeating and shutting out the Big Valley Christian Lions at home tonight, 37-0. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. He's Jeremy Hurtado, and it's time for our Black Oak Casino Resort player of the game. Escape your everyday at Black Oak Casino Resort. Play, stay, and dine. Black Oak Lanes now reopen along with the mill. And Jeremy, during the break, we had a chance to talk about who we thought the player of the game was. I'm going to actually defer this to you. I think that so many players made such a large impact, and I don't have enough of the coaching mind to say, hey, this player made that big of a difference. So I defer to you. You could give us the options and then give us our player of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about Luca Peterson. He did a defensive job pretty well. Come up, get that pick, big return, almost takes to the house. Some other guys, Brody Peters with the big touchdown catch, Luke Larson with that nice throw and the big plays on defense. But in the end, I think we had to give it to the guy that kind of plays both ways, both sides of the ball. And actually, he plays all three phases of the ball. And I think that's kind of what gives him the edge tonight. And I think we're going to go with Tristan Barajas as the player of the game. Not only did he have the touchdown in the second half, the only score of the second half, but he also had that big interception return in the last play of the first half to keep Big Valley Christian off the scoreboard. And then what he does on special teams, I think, is huge. He returns the punts, he returns kickoffs, flips the field position tonight a couple times, and so that's one of the reasons why Barajas is our player of the game.
Next week, Big Valley Christian will play Calaveras, and that should be a fairly fun game to watch as Calaveras ripping right now in a nice heated battle in the Valley. And then for the Somerville Bears, they will take a week off and then come back down into the Valley to play the Modesto Christian team, in which Modesto Christian always high in the rankings for basketball, but football they've always struggled a little bit more. Next year they'll be in the TVL, so it's going to be fun for Somerville to have a tougher opponent.
Yeah, and Modesto Christian is one of those teams that you're right. They've been good in the past, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Kind of struggled a little bit the last couple of years. However, they got a new coaching staff in there. They got some new buy-in, and they've been playing pretty well. I believe they're 2-1 coming in tonight. So they should be a situation by the time they get to Somerville, they're going to have two more games under their belt, and I think it could be a matchup down there on a natural grass field, which is one of my favorite fields. Just as a coach, I know most of the fields in the area. Nice little stadium carved out of the residential area down there in Salida. So if you're in the area, great place to go watch the Bears take on Modesto Christian, and I think it's going to be a good game.
And that's going to be in 2 weeks. Remember that. No game for Somerville next week. Pay more attention to the Motherlode League teams and how they will face up against their opponents on Striking Gold. The Motherlode Landscape comes out every week, Thursdays at 3 p.m. on NorCal Sports TV. But once again, for our Black Oak Casino Resort Player of the Game, Tristan Barajas, congratulations and thanks for the fun show that you gave us tonight. Somerville 37, Big Valley 0, a final from Thorstead Field. For my producer, Dion and I, cameramen Forrest Marion and Taylor Rector, he's Jeremy Hurtado. I've been the voice of choice, Levi Flores. See you next time.